to freeracingtips.co.uk. My name is Thomas Rooney. Once again, I'm joined by Joe Rooney. And obviously, we're looking ahead to Royal Ascot, the remaining races this week. Obviously, there's been plenty of action to talk about already, which we'll mention, and also look back at how we've got on in the last week or so in terms of our tips. Now, we'll be looking ahead, as we say, to the big races coming up at Royal Ascot this week. So, without any further ado, let's get cracking. Plenty to talk about. Okay, so as mentioned, we're going to be looking back at how we got on the last week or so, looking at all the tips and seeing where we won and maybe lost some money, but it's been a good week for us and we'll get to that in more detail. And sort of played by a patch of non-runners, we still managed to pull out sort of plenty of wins, and the best of the bunch was probably a 9-1 win on Tuesday from one of our little earners, and we'll go through those in more detail a little bit later on.
Yeah, the place to be though was our Facebook page, where regular poster Ross tipped a fantastic 25-1 win on Tuesday with Miami Gator, so a big well done to him.
Yeah, very good tip there. And then on Wednesday we had Invisible Man placed at 5th, which most bookies paid out for. It was advised at 25-1, and it went down to 20-1. Now in terms of our little earners, Joe's going to go through them in a bit more detail.
Yeah, okay, as mentioned, we had Most Improved with a 9-1 win at St James's Palace at Royal Ascot. And then on Saturday we had Carrigold at 10-1, which went down to 5-1 and managed to place finish in the 4:15 at York. And then on Thursday we had Gold Show at 6-1, another place finish in the 4 o'clock at Newbury. And Tom's now going to have a look at our premium tips.
Yeah, the premium tips, we always enjoy seeing how we get on with these. And on Sunday we had a win with Chai Gun at 9-4, and then another win on Friday, which is Valiant at 7-4. We also had a near miss with Chacha Mady, one of the best names we reckon of the week. Was narrowly beaten into second place, but in terms of overall, a couple of, with Ross's win at 25-1, and some other wins with our little earners and our premium tips, it's been a really good week and a profitable week for a lot of people. So now it's time to look at the week ahead. Okay, this is our first section, looking ahead to the weekend's races and sort of stuff going on at Royal Ascot this week, which is obviously well underway, and we're hoping that the really awful weather that we've had in the last couple of days, doesn't disrupt anything, although, to be honest, the strict ladies' day outfits could be under some threat from the weather or the rain that's expected to fall in the next day or two. You should see plenty of information about the Coronation Stakes coming across your screen, and this race, which is the third race on Friday, is the one we're going to look at first in some detail.
Okay, before we look at the odds, which will be coming across your screen with any luck, just remember that this is one of the most competitive and quality fields out there. It's one we're really looking forward to. I'm sure you are too. So anyway, the favourite at this stage is 11-8 Chance Maybe, and she will be looking to improve on her disappointing showing in the Investick Oaks at Epsom when the filly came in 5th.
The Homecoming Queen is 7-1 with most bookies, but this could emerge and these odds could shorten as the race becomes closer. It's definitely a major contender and the one to beat according to many, and this is especially considering that Maybe, who Joe just mentioned, is a slight doubter with Stonebrew. So Homecoming Queen, who is a shock winner of the 1,000 Guineas at Newmarket earlier this year, be able to prove it wasn't luck, but definitely a major contender, Homecoming Queen, for this Coronation Stakes at 7-1 at this stage.
Okay, if we look at the other contenders, they include 3-1 second favourite Laugh Out Loud. Jockey is the ever-popular Frankie Dettori. There's been retirement claims surrounding him. He's been quick to banish them, and I think you'll feel he's got a point to prove this time out, and he's sure to be a popular choice.
Yep, for our pick though, we've gone for a 9-2 shot, which is Samatar. It's Mick Channon trained, as was Laugh Out Loud, who Joe just mentioned. Won the Irish 1,000 Guineas earlier this year, and we think the success can be replicated. Okay, our second big preview comes in the form of the Diamond Jubilee Stakes, obviously renamed as part of the Queen's Jubilee celebrations this year. Taking place on Saturday, it's the highlight of the final day at Royal Ascot, and as before and as always, you should have some information, some history and some stats scrolling across your screen right now, but we'll kick things off with this one by looking at the contenders.
Yeah, okay, massive favourite is Black Caviar, who's at 2-7. It's what they call a wonder from down under, and everyone is looking forward to this famous horse first race in the Northern Hemisphere. Yeah,
and a bit more on Black Caviar, because obviously it's a horse that everyone's talking about, and to be honest, it's got a lot to live up to because it's considered the second best horse around behind Frankel, who was obviously sublime earlier this week, and then Black Caviar will be hoping to replicate that type of performance. It's also worth noting that Hortensia, who's another horse travelling from Australia for Royal Ascot, was sort of well below par in the King's Stand Stakes earlier this week. So whether that will have a direct effect or whether that will be replicated by Black Caviar, we shall see. But definitely a massive favourite for this race. The Diamond Jubilee Stakes is Black Caviar at 2 to 7.
Yeah, then we've got French filly Moonlight Cloud, who's the second favourite at 6 to 1. Freddie Headtrain's horse will be positive about competing with Black Caviar, and he's come out and said, you have to compete against the best. I never duck any challenge with my horses, and we're trying once again. So some really positive stuff from him there.
Oh, definitely. And then Bated Breath is at 8 to 1. This is a bit of an interesting one because after a second position at the King's Stand Stakes earlier this week, there are doubts about whether this Roger Charlton horse will take part in this race. So it's the one to make a late decision on. So keep an eye on that one, although the odds are 8 to 1 at the moment.
Yeah, looking at the other contenders, they include Society Rock at 10 to 1, Krypton Factor at 16 to 1, and then you've got the outsiders, which includes Hortensia, who will be looking to improve on their performance from last week, at 33 to 1. And now Tom's going to tell you Arctic.
Yeah, no real surprises for this one. It is Black Caviar, because on paper this is an unstoppable horse, and we think that the preparation that's gone into getting the horse ready for this race has been spot on. So our tip for the Diamond Jubilee Stakes is Black Caviar at 2 to 7. But for a bit more value, we also think Moonlight Cloud is a good shout for an each way bet, and that's available at 6 to 1. Okay, finally for this week, we've got a no questions asked section. We've got 2 for you this week. We'll kick you off with one today, which is the 21st of June. It's a nice last minute bet, which is always a good fun. And it's the Ascot Gold Cup, which we would have looked at in more detail, but it is today, so we think part of our no questions asked section is the way to go. Fame and Glory is the favourite, and he was last year's winner, but we're actually going for opinion poll at 5 to 1. It was last year's runners up, and we think we'll go one better this time. So opinion poll for the Ascot Gold Cup at 5 to 1.
Yeah, then we've got the Wokingham Stakes on Saturday, just after the Diamond Jubilee Stakes. Good value for the Informed Palace Moon, available at 25 to 1 in this competitive race. Okay, that's it for this week. And just before we go, I'd like to mention on our Facebook page this week for Royal Ascot is our Place Pot Challenge. You pop your tips down for Royal Ascot, and whoever gets the most points will win some decent prizes. So that's over at facebook.com/free racing tips. And as I say, that's it for this week. We hope you enjoy Royal Ascot. If you're going, hope you don't get too wet. And we'll look forward to speaking to you next week. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you very much.
Okay, to recap for this week, we've got the Coronation Stakes, we've got Samatar at 9 to 2, the Diamond Jubilee, we've got Black Caviar at 2 to 7, and also for the Diamond Jubilee, we've got Moonlight Cloud for an each way bet at 6 to 1. Then the Ascot Gold Cup, we've got Opinion Poll at 5 to 1, and finally the Wokingham Stakes, Palace Moon at 25 to 1.